Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rosa. Welcome. This is the 10th and the last video of this light olive foundation series. If you feel like foundations pull to beige, to pink, to yellow on you, you might have an olive undertone. I have two video recommendations linked below in the description box that will explain to you what an olive undertone is, which will help you figure out if you are falling in the olive category. If you know for sure you are, and you are on a hunt to find a good foundation, this is what the series is about. This series is for you, and I hope...
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
Nope. Today's foundation will be focusing on the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Hydra Foundation, and this one is in the shade 2.22. If you want to know my thoughts on this foundation, then just keep on watching. Okay, I'm excited. This is the last video of this series. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Hydra Foundation. This one is in the shade 2.22. Skin tone, light medium, undertone, neutral, olive. On Ulta, it says it's a high-performing liquid foundation powered by hyaluronic acid that's proven to stay put for 24 hours. The oil-free formula easily builds from medium to full coverage, giving you a fresh, natural matte finish that never settles into pores or lines. It says find your perfect match among 40 shades that won't oxidize and a broad range of undertones. Benefits are medium to full buildable coverage, never settles into pores and lines, oil-free, won't oxidize, lasts 24 hours, won't cause breakouts, controls oil and shine, sweat and humidity resistant, cruelty-free, vegan, and a bunch of other stuff that I really don't want to read. So in the description it says that it has 40 shades, but when I'm looking at it right now on their store, it only shows 32 options. Ever since I found this foundation and I had read that there was a warm olive, I started looking into what olive meant. This is the one that I've had. This one is in 1.05 and skin tone is for fair. It is slightly lighter than my skin at the moment because I've had my share of sunshine this year. And compared to this one, which is 2.22, the undertone is still olive, but it is a neutral olive. I'm gonna put them together so you can see. Right there. I don't know if they still make this one, the Smashbox Studio Skin. This one says it's a 15-hour wear. I actually got this one at Sephora, so I don't know if they are still making this one, or if this one, this is 24-hour, is just a replacement of this one. Also, this one retails for $38, and it does seem like it has a pretty high rating. It's got 4 stars out of 5 with almost 3,000 reviews. As usual, on the right side is going to be the brush, and on the left side is going to be the sponge. This one seems a little thick. Also, I forgot to mention, on this side of my face I'm struggling with this pimple right here, the mark here, and a little tiny pimple here. And on this side I have this one here and then this one here. So here's what my face looks like. I think in front of the ring light it doesn't look that much different, so I'm gonna try to get closer and lower the lights so that you can see how it compares to my natural skin. Okay, so here is the one without any makeup. Here's my neck, so you can see the color. And then here is the side with makeup on. It is a little darker. Looking at it from above using my mirror, compared to my body, I can say that it does look darker. It kind of gives me the same feeling as the Dose of Colors, only that this one is a slightly lighter than the Dose of Colors, but it looks very similar to that one in the sense that also Dose of Colors had a really nice olive undertone in it. It's just the only problem was that it was too dark. So what I'm gonna try to do is actually put the 1.05 on this side. I am gonna still use a sponge and show you how it compares to both sides. And then after that, I'm gonna try to mix them together and see if I can pull the perfect match for my skin, because I actually have somewhere to go today, so I don't wanna look crazy. It feels like this side does look a little lighter compared to the rest of my body, but I can feel that it has the right undertone for my skin because it does match the light areas of my skin, which it would be like, you know, my stomach, the inside of my arms, which are lighter because they don't get exposed to the sun as much. This side feels like it matches the areas of my body which they are darker, which I can see like some areas here. So that's why I feel like maybe if I mix them together, it might make a very good match to my skin. And I know realistically speaking, not everybody is gonna wanna buy, you know, 2 foundations just to get a good match, especially when foundation is like $20 and above in my opinion. So that's why I don't really give that option. But in case you're curious, or if you do want to mix them together, hopefully this will give you a better idea. Hope you can see that on the camera, but see, this is looking pretty pale. This is the new color. You can see on this area where 2.2 is all around the face, and this is the new color right here. So it looks a little lighter. Okay, I'm back, and here are some final thoughts on this foundation. So far, I do think that this one has an olive undertone in it as well. As I try to compare it to you guys, how it looked on the bottle and how it looked on the face, maybe that would help you figure out if this particular shade 2.22 matches you better. But if you're lighter, then the 1.05 might be it. If you're like me, where I kind of fall in between, then you can either mix them together or you can change the color. For example, if you get 2.2 and you feel like it's a little darker, then you can easily just whiten it up with white drops or like this white concealer. Or if you have this one where it's just a little bit too white, I find that this e.l.f. mixed to a match adjuster, this one with like the yellow tone, mixing in a little bit of this will give you that effect as well. I used to use this one a lot for other foundations, but that were not only too light, but also that pulled a little too pink. So right now I'm gonna get closer so that you can see the final look on this foundation. I tried my best matching it to my skin color. Because I started on this side with the lighter base, it was so much easier to mix in the darker color and make it match a lot better to my skin color versus this side, which had a little bit darker color, and it's so much and it's a lot harder to fix to get it lined up. But in the end, I think I did a pretty good job. I'm gonna move on to the swatches, and I'm gonna try to put all 10 foundations on my arm so that you can see how they all compare to each other. Okay, here is my arm full of swatches. First one here is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear in 1.05. Next one is the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-hour Hydra foundation in 2.22. Third one down is the Tarte Amazonian Clay full coverage foundation in 22G light golden. Fourth one is the Tarte Foundcealer Multitasking Foundation in 24G Light Golden. Number 5 is the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation in 1.05. Number 6 is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation in 30CG. I lost count. Number 7 is the Pacifica A Light Clean Foundation in 33ml. Next one here, Uoma Beauty Save What Foundation in Honey Honey T1W. This one here is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Foundation in 119 Light Medium. This one here is the Elsie Micro Silk Foundation in Warm Ivory. And then this last swatch here is the Au Naturale in Honey Honey. So far, I can say that the closest match to my skin will still be around the Tarte Foundcealer and the Au Naturale. The worst color so far I can say is the Pacifica A Light Clean Foundation because it just pulls too pink. Some final thoughts that I have is that you should take my word with a grain of salt. First of all, this is just makeup. Have fun with it, don't take it too seriously. This is just to help you find foundations that you might have not heard about, and I realize that a lot that most of these foundations are on the higher end, so that's why it makes sense to, you know, do your research and, you know, look online and see how it compares to other people that you might look up to or that you may relate to. Especially now in the situation where we won't have testers, you know, at Ulta or Sephora, where we won't be able to freely swatch a makeup item. That just makes it a lot harder to guess online when you're looking at colors. So that's why I hope that the swatches have helped you. I also hope that by bringing you know, color correctors can help you manipulate the color of whatever foundation you have in your collection. Also realize that your other products like your concealer, your contour, your blush, your bronzer play a lot into making your foundation look better, also in your makeup overall look. In this series, I wanted to keep everything else the same. The setup, the shirt needs to be washed, the same bronzer and highlight colors, the same lip colors, so that you can kind of see how all the colors compare. So that's why I kept everything the same, so that all the colors could stay consistent as much as possible. If you are at the end of this foundation series with me, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you find this helpful, and if you did, please like this video, share it, especially if you have other olive skin tone friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can see more videos like this. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. If you have any video ideas or requests, also leave them down below. I would love to chat with you and interact more with you. So I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye. If you are at the end of this foundation series, hold on, who's in there? I hear you, you're very distracting. Jeez. Did he text you? Do you want my phone?